Cancer. This reading is for the month of December 2020. But before we dive in, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the skies above. So first thing is we have a new moon in Sagittarius. It's a very fiery moon. It's a passionate moon. It's a positive moon. It's doing a little dance with Mercury and Mars, meaning this moon around the 14th is going to be great for expressing ideas, starting projects, being upbeat, being positive, feeling like something great is on the horizon. So I think many of you will be having a really good time and a fruitful time around this moon. And new moons are really geared towards setting up new plans for your future. And we are definitely on the edge of a new year. And I think this next year coming up is going to look very different than 2020. So is there something that you've been wanting to move forward with? Well, this would be a great time to really start acting on that. Okay. Now, on the 29th, we have a full moon that's the exact opposite of that. It is in Cancer, though, which is very copacetic for you as a Cancer. But it will be a time, because Neptune is also hanging around, where we're going to have a lot of emotions sort of on the surface. That's great for creativity. It's great for sharing what's in your heart with people that are safe. But it's not so great to be in situations that are pushing you to your limit, whether that's out in the world or in relationship. So just make sure you're sort of protecting yourself and in a safe space around the 29th. And I mean, it is a good time to think about the past year and what you've learned and where you want to go in the next year, right? All right. So let's dive in. I pulled this card for you, just wondering what the overarching energy of December is going to be. And I pulled this fabulous card, which is the Eight of Swords, or the Eight of Wands. What this is about is forward movement, like really fast forward movement. So regardless of what the rest of your reading is about to say, it's going to be touched by this energy, okay? And what that means is, for many of you, maybe you've been feeling stuck. Well, this means you're really going to feel unstuck. In fact, sometimes with this card, it says be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, okay? It's very much a dam breaking open. It can be really strong or it can be really mild. It depends on the degree of how stuck you've been, okay? But it's positive. It's really good. All right, let's see what else is going on. Ooh, the first card I pulled for you. What a beautiful combination of energies. This is the Magician crossed by the Four of Wands. That just looks like a really fun, optimistic time to me. Like, this is where we're starting. So I know Cancer, many of you, at least starting at this month, are in a pretty good place. Oh, nice. Yeah, I feel like many of you are going to just feel, oh, you got the Sun. You're just going to feel like you have a lot of blessings happening. And these blessings are, you know, of course, some of it might be good luck, but I think a lot of it is luck that you've made by decisions that you've made. By not, you know, when I look at what you're standing on, by not being afraid to take risks or experiment to find out more information about yourself, you know. I'm really being drawn to this energy. You have the Sun shining all over your reading. So for you to have the Sun and the Eight of Wands as your main energy this month, it's really about, oftentimes this is really about feeling really clear about what you want and where you're going. And this brings a sense of satisfaction and clarity. And you know, it's so much easier to walk, you know, along a path that's well lit than a path that you can't see where you're going and you don't know what's ahead of you. And that's why this is such a happy energy for a lot of people. Sometimes this comes along after a really dark time as well. So if some of you are coming out of dark times, to have this like beautiful, life-giving, optimistic, warm, warm breeze of the sun come in, your guides want you to know that this is yours and it's just going to get stronger, okay? And the Magician card very much talks about having a sense of life being magical, but it also, for many of you, is about being the captain of your own ship and knowing where you set your, compass. Like, you have a sense of, you don't know really exactly what it's going to look like, but at least you have a sense now of where you're going, and it feels really good. It's as if you were in stormy seas and you couldn't really control your boat for a long time, and all of a sudden you figured out how to, really direct your ship, and the seas are helping you along, especially, with that Eight of Wands. And this is the party card. So, I mean, hey, this is just enjoying life with other people. Coming up, we're moving into this Ten of Pentacles. This is the culmination of the Pentacle suit. And it just really shows some really good decision making on your part being rewarded right now. And, as we move into your outcome, there's just all these people here and they really love you. But interestingly enough, because the one little blip in this reading, this card is some disappointment for you on the emotional level. It almost is like, because of something that you've gone through in the past, it's going to be really hard for some of you to accept, like, the blessings coming your way from others. So please, Cancer, you have such a hard outer shell. You have an existential outer shell, and on the inside is everything that's vulnerable about you. Please don't let your hard shell keep you from receiving, okay? Like, you deserve to receive, and do not feel weird about it. And as long as you have safe, loving, supportive people in your life, you don't have to worry about them giving to you and then using that against you later, which many of us have that as a pattern from our growing up in a capitalist society, right? Tit for tat. No. If these are loving people that are safe, you can be vulnerable and you can release that hard shell, because we all want to give just as much as we want to receive, okay? I hope that you found this informative, and I will be coming back at the mid-month with a reading about the Great Conjunction that's happening. It's a big deal. It's on the 21st. It's going to be a mini reading, but it's going to be about what it means for you. And I'm also doing New Year's readings later this month too. So check back in with me, and until then, you got the party card. Have a good time and be safe. Bye-bye.